All right, so I have a pro tip for all of these. The way your answers are going to be phrased is, it says calculate the rate of loss or gain. They're always going to be phrased as the rate of loss, which means that we understand it's negative. What we're asking for is the quantity, not positive or negative. So for all of the answers, even though I know we're writing with a negative, we're asking for the quantity or the absolute value. So make sure that for all of these relative rates, you're always putting in the answer as an absolute value quantity. All right, so here we go. So the reaction is monitored. The relative rate of H plus loss at one point in time is 2.5 molarity per second. Calculate the rate of loss or gain of each species on each card at that same point in time. So in this case, I'm going to relate H2O to this one. And so I can say 1/6 times my rate of H plus. I can write it as this also. It's just faster to write it as rate of H plus. So 1/6 of that is equal to 1/3 of the rate of water. So now I just plug in the number that I know, and I'm going to go ahead and multiply it over. So if I multiply both sides by 6, that's going to give me 2 times the rate of, actually I want to go the other way. I want to solve for the rate of water, don't I? So that's the one I want by itself. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. So it gives me 1/2 the rate of H plus equals the rate of water. And so it tells me it's 2.5 right up here. 1/2 times 2.5 equals the rate of water. So it's going to be it's going to be 1.25 molarity will be the rate of the water. Note that this is being gained, so there's not really that weird question of positives versus negatives. But since it's being gained, I know that that is a rate of loss. It's kind of like saying a rate, like a negative times a negative is kind of what it's saying, because that one is being lost. The rate of loss is negative, but then you put a negative in because it's losing. Anyways, I know it's a little confusing. Just write your answers in as positive and you'll be okay. The next one, I'm going to compare my 1/6 my rate of H plus to my BR, which is over here, 1/5 my rate of BR minus. So I want to multiply both sides by 5. So I get 5/6 times the rate of H plus is equal to the rate of BR minus. So 5/6 times 2.5 is going to be in the range. Actually, I'll just put it in my calculator. I'm not sure how my calculator got so crazy. Second stat plot mode. There we go. All right. So we have 5/6 times 2.5. So that tells me that my rate of BR is equal to 2.0 or 2.1 if I'm doing with my sig figs, 2.1 molarity per second. Now over here, my BrO3. So again, I'm still 1/6 times my rate of H plus loss is equal to, and then the BrO3, it has an understood 1 there, so it's just 1/1, the rate of the BrO. So 1/6 times 2.5 is equal to my rate of BrO3. Trying to get my calculator to come up. Last time I'm having calculator issues. Divide 1/6 times 2.5 gives me 4.2 times 10 to the minus 1 molarity per second.